Are you tired of not having storage space to hold bottles of water in your car? It can be so frustrating and so overwhelming. But now we have a solution for you. Driving around fumbling with your sunglasses can be risky, dangerous, and also puts your life in danger. Stay tuned for the best solution.
Hey everybody, Ahmad here from Modifications. Today I'm going to cover two accessories that I really like for my EV6. They're made by a company called BESTEVMODS, who actually makes a lot of modifications and accessories for other EVs as well, but they do focus on the EV6 quite a bit. The EV6 has a lot of open space, but the engineers or the designers didn't do a good job of making it very useful. You have a lot of empty, deep spaces, but you can't really organize them. So what BESTEVMODS did was create insert trays for different parts of the vehicle, which we'll cover two of. So let's dig right into what the two console inserts that I have, and we're going to put them in there, and then we're going to test them out as well, because I think it's important to show everybody what fits in these, how do you utilize them, and really just give you an idea of which one you should buy, if you should buy any of them. So let's dive in. Okay, so here we have two of the inserts that I use from BESTEVMODS. This is the one for the center console at the bottom. We have that huge open area at the bottom, and this actually slides right into it. There's a couple of notes that I want to make sure you guys are aware of on this one, especially notes from my wife, who uses that space quite regularly for her purse. But either way, we'll talk about the design first. First of all, it is very solid. It's not like a cheap 3D printed finish. It's got a very nice matte finish to it. They look almost factory, basically. So you can see it goes pretty deep down there. Not too deep down here. That's something that they could probably make a little bit deeper, but I also didn't do the 3D model for the center console, so they probably know more than I do. But it does add two cup holders. It's got 3 compartments, change, I don't know, keys, whatever you want to put in here, toll tags, pictures, whatever you want to do. So it's got multiple compartments right here. So I love this one. And then the second one I want to talk about is the one for the armrest, console under the armrest that lifts up. I ordered one of these right when they first came out. Well, Amazon used to sell them, and immediately the little connection points right here snapped, so it started sagging. What you can see is this little thing that I was talking about. So it had a lip, and this lip is not included on the new one. These lips started breaking, so here you can see it was cracking, and it just didn't last very long. So that's what I do like about this design a little bit more. And this one is fairly deep, but it still allows you to use all the stuff, all the space, I should say, under the center console, under this. However, all your normal items that you reach for fairly often, you can definitely leave in here. So I would use this for gum. I use it for my draggie, which I carry around. And I'll use it for my lug wrench and things like that, I just don't want access to all the time, but I do want access to without having to dig deep into the center console. So let's go put these in, and I want to show you guys how these work, and then we'll do some test sizes with these cups then. Let's go. So here we are on the inside of the EV6. I have the wind all-wheel drive, but these will work for any of the EV6s. But you literally just drop this in, and that's it. Now you can actually store a bunch of stuff in there, and if you want, you can actually just easily lift this out. Super easy to use, and it looks factory. Look at that. Looks really nice. Now let's do the other one. Okay, so real quick before I put this in, I wanted to talk about what my wife's feedback was. So my wife uses this space right here for her purse, and it's out of the way, and that was one of the biggest things that she was worried about when she got this. Take this, and what I do like is a cup holder sit in the front, and that's it. It just inserts just like that, and it looks factory. It looks really, really good. It's such a good design. You've got all these compartments right here, and then you've got the cup holders right there. She is still able to stick her purse. Now, she might not be able to use her big one. Honestly, she doesn't carry a big purse in the first place. But if that is something that's a concern to you, maybe this might not work, but there's still a lot of space here. She usually just stuffs it right here. We usually have an iPhone cable running right here. I took it out just for the video purposes, but now you can store a couple drinks down there. So let's check out what kind of drinks will fit in there. Okay, so what we have here is fairly common sized drinks. So let's get these in there and see what fits and what doesn't fit. Start with a standard water bottle. Fits in this holder, moves around quite a bit. Fits in this one, moves around quite a bit. Let's fit it down here. And it's a really good fit. And it actually barely, moves around, but it doesn't rattle around. It's almost exactly the right circumference. Next is my QT, big Q drink. Fits into this cup holder very well, easy to take in and out. I believe this might be slightly too big, so it doesn't fit all the way in. You can push it down further, but then it gets a little hard to pull out. So my recommendation would be for drinks like this to stay up here. Next is this 33-ounce big thick boy bottle. This actually barely fits in here. It definitely does not fit in there. It is way too big. This is a pretty big circumference compared to the hole that's in there. This is a fairly commonly drank can size. Obviously fits in there. One thing I don't like about these is when I do occasionally drink a Monster or anything like this, it does kind of move around a lot. So making turns and things like that, this will spill. Let's see how it fits down here. It is a really good fit. It actually barely moves around. I would actually probably prefer to put it down there. Let's try the Topo Chico. Don't recommend drinking and driving. This obviously will move around a lot. It's way too thin. So we're going to pull this out. Fits a little bit better. It doesn't move around as much. And last but not least is a standard can. This is just a Waterloo. Fits very well. Moves around a lot. Same problem as the Monster. I believe they're actually the same width, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. But it does fit very well in here. It actually moves around a little bit, but not as much as it does up top. So really, that's what you're going to be able to fit is cans and water bottles that are smaller, but likely your fountain sodas are going to stay up here. And then those big giant bottles down there, you're just not going to have luck. They're just going to rattle around somewhere here. That's usually where I put some bigger items. Now let's look at the armrest console and see what we can stuff in there. So these are the things that I used to store in here. So let's see. I've got my Galaxy Buds headphones. Put those in here. I got an extra GoPro that I carry around. I've got lotion that my wife carries. And gum. And it's always important. Pens. And stuff those in there. So, and my USB drive that I use to do updates. Use my lug key for my tuner lugs. Got a bunch of sunglasses, which a lot of people have different kind of storage options for sunglasses, but you can throw that in there. And last but not least, my Draggy, which I usually carry around. I would actually put that in there as well. Just tie the cable up and boom, done. Lots of room, lots of extra space, and everything is accessible right there. You can obviously organize it, make it a little bit nicer. Not everybody's gonna have this much stuff in here, but for me, this is a perfect storage solution. Okay, so that wraps up my Best EV Mods console insert review video. What do you want to call it? Best EV Mods is a great company. The guys are very responsive. They're very, very into supporting the EV community, especially the Kia EV6. So if you have any things that you're looking for, check out their website. Use the links below to purchase these console inserts. It's helped me, but it also helps them continue developing new parts for the EV6. I hope this video helps. I hope it shows you things that you might not be able to see through pictures. And let me know if there's anything else you want to see. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Actually, nothing deserves to be in here. Take all this out. This is where my Eras Tour VIP badge that I wear everywhere goes. And that's about all I want to store in here.